No, I can give you the whole car, you know what I mean? So it will be legit, not over the phone.
But the project is cool, right? Transport. Hey guys, welcome to the new project, Project Gruz. I'm at Boyka service right now and everything is happening, you could say, in real time, because literally 5 minutes ago Michał and I came up with this funny idea. There's a car behind the wall that was brought here yesterday from DTS, all smashed up, my diesel. Michał is in the bathroom right now, he'll be out in a moment to tell you something. I have a totaled, I have a wrecked diesel, and honestly I feel bad about torturing it any further and completely destroying this car, because it's actually a great training car. And Michał told me that he has a Compo E46, but with an engine, actually he'll tell you which one in a moment. And for a second I literally posted a story on Instagram that I'm looking for an M54B25 engine, and now I'm getting messages from you guys. I called one person, we're about to call another, and we'll see, maybe we'll buy an engine, maybe not, and we'll do a crazy project, because today is the beginning of November and we have to make it for the second round, which means we literally have 29 days. Michał, who's really slim, is gracefully leaving the bathroom after finishing.
You're going to compete in those competitions with this.
Michał, what kind of compote do you have?
E46, E42B, 16160. Oh yeah, crap, no, it doesn't go.
And what was that just now? Was that what each of you had? Alright, we're doing a project, welding the diff, making a drift car, and what's the end result?
As always.
As always, I'm asking myself what I should do with this car. I'm putting it up for sale, and I say, hey, let's do a project.
Paid up until June, inspection until June. Everything's legal, fully legal. The car is in working condition.
And the plan is to do it, to show you how much it costs to build a Winter Warrior. I'll compete in it for 4 rounds, and then I'll put it up for sale. Maybe one of you will buy it after the DTS, so the plan is interesting. We also have a dynamometer next door, and we'll see how much power comes out of such a stock engine, how many horses are left, and if there are any ideas, we'll see how to increase the power on a low budget. And in a moment, we'll call the next person who wrote to me that they have such an engine for sale.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man? It's Tassium.
Hey.
What do you have there? Wait, because it wrote a bit here, this is the full E39, right?
Yeah, I have it. I bought it from an older guy. It's a sedan. Everything's in good shape. Just the fuel pump went out on him for the 3rd time in the tank. The engine is dry as a bone. I paid $4,000 plus 300 for the tow so I can let it go for 5.
How much?
Hey, Tassium, you guys have a stable financial situation?
Oh fuck, that's a good one. Me and the stable financial situation.
Liquid.
Yeah, it's liquid.
People throw bread at ducks when I walk by the lake. Is that 39 a manual or an automatic?
Manual from my grandpa with running boards. Everything's perfect except the fuel pump doesn't work.
Don't you want to just sell the swap itself?
No, I can give you the whole car and you know what I mean. So there won't be any problems. Not over the phone. I can give you the car without any paperwork.
Alright, we know everything. If anything comes up, we'll get in touch.
Of course. Have a nice evening.
You too, thanks.
Damn, man.
What the hell was that about? What just happened here?
Some lunatic from Missouri.
I don't get it, but that was weird. It kinda sounds good, the price is okay, but damn.
Alright, we're moving on with the meeting here. Alright guys, the meeting went like this. We're dropping the tricky topics and other options you sent me, and we're going with the M54B30 engine because it's a much more powerful engine. It's a bit more expensive, but honestly with the total project costs, we won't really feel it that much, and it's a better option for future upgrades. In the meantime, we're moving to my van where I'm heading to pick up the E36, my old Beta, which has a few parts we'll need. Let's get to it. I've just arrived at the hideout to pick up the wreck. I'm curious if it'll even start. It hasn't been started in 10 months, and this is what it looks like. So yeah, there are a few flaws. I'm opening the hood and trying to start it. We're getting into the car. Damn, it smells inside like some rats or cats peed in here.
That's how it was.
Power's on, be careful. But it started up, it's even running on all cylinders. This is a real car, not some JZ or LS. Unfortunately, there's a fuel leak and it's pretty bad, so I had to turn the car off. I can even feel it here, it's really wet, the fuel is leaking a lot. So all I can do is pump up the tires, and when I have the tow truck, I'll just drive it up for loading. I'm going to get the tow truck, and then we're taking this wreck to Boyko's service. So a few days later, we're taking this big guy, Kompot, and what are we doing? A whole new project from start to finish, and we'll show how much it costs to build a Pro Beater in Poland at Boyka service.
Exactly, a Pro Beater.
A Pro Beater with Pro parts, a beater, but
Professional.
a professional beater, and we'll see how we handle it on the track. For now, I won't say what, how, which parts, what engine, and so on. You'll see for yourselves in a moment how this mighty beast will start driving in on its own power, so we can rip its heart out. Let's go. And this is, listen, a very rare phenomenon. My cow is struggling physically.
And I'm not even picking up a pen.
And he's not even lifting a pen in the office. And attention! The most beautiful front in BMW Compact.
The front is just a front, but the rear, what a rear.
What a rear!
What a rear.
And how much free space is there here? This whole trunk, and we'll stuff it all the way up.
We'll fill it up.
Mikhail, what kind of engine is this?
N42 B16.
But the back is ugly, but the exhaust pipe.
And you haven't heard how it sounds yet?
No.
But sir,
Middle, flip, burn it.
a momentous moment.
And how much does it cost?
July,
We've burned Dobra since July. It's now November.
the pump is working.
No. It doesn't have the power to grind on the grass.
Actually, it was my first time driving this car since I bought it.
And it has so much power that even on the ground, on the sand, it almost couldn't spin the wheels.
And the differential is welded.
Wow.
Nice solid body with straight lines. There's some rust, but it can be patched. And look, the frame rails are perfectly straight, never been hit.
Never been hit.
Well, there's a little bit of filler here, but that's the worst thing about this whole car.
Oh dear.
It's just cobwebs since it was here.
Oh dear, what is this?
That was the mounting.
What is this?
Is the polyurethane already there?
One.
One is enough. Why want more?
Oh Jesus, there's so much work here. I have to make it by November 30th and today is November 8th. But listen, the thresholds...
The stroller mounts are in excellent condition, with everything still preserving its original state.
Nothing has been able to tear this off yet.
That's why the Compact 1.6 is the best swap car. It's the least worn, and copper brake lines are already installed.
Listen, it's 12:53. I'm here until 3:30. Premek, do you think we'll manage to pull out this engine by then?
There's a chance, there's a chance.
Well then, time to start. So, the heart has just been taken out. It's 3:15 post meridian. We're waiting for the engine, which will arrive next week.
I-5, Thursday at the latest.
We're starting the car next week, right?
At least one car in the lot will start.
The problem is with the entire exhaust system, including the manifold, and likely other unknown issues.
But we're still at the stage where we don't give up. We're full of faith and hope.
Yes.
Hope dies last.
So yes, oh no, see you later. Hey man, yes, I'm talking to you. Leave a sub and hit the bell because we're going for 30,000 subs and there's really not much left. Meanwhile, let's keep going with the content. Listen, it's another day of work. It's Friday and exactly 2 weeks plus 1 day until DE test. And listen, This morning my little L-Tech had quite an adventure. Look, some jerk smashed the windows but didn't steal anything from inside. And what's even going on here at the Boyka service lot? We've got my E36 on a pallet as a parts donor. We'll remove the exhaust manifolds, likely requiring the engine to come out. Inside we've got a seat, some bulk seat belts which will also go into the compote. What else do we have? We've got this 3D platform which will let us nicely position the seat. The parts have arrived and the engine has also come in, which is the heart of our car. We're probably about to do an unboxing of the engine, unbox a couple of parts, and today we'll also check the condition of the engine, take a look at the bearings and see if they need to be replaced or not. Alright, I brought everything to one place. We have a package from Interrail and here we have a little surprise. And of course, the engine. I'm putting on the GoPro, we're going with a time lapse here. Music on! My dear friends, I unpacked the engine and took off the clutch. Take a look at our stuff. We can send the clutch to Adamat right away, pack it up. The engine is dry as a bone. And here we have the parts for our little project. How do you like them?
Very nice, beautiful colors.
It's now a McPherson with springs mounted on the shock absorber. Let Rogul advertise. He only gave a 50 zloty discount, but you should be a good guy too, right?
Yeah, what goes around comes around.
Should we install the engine and check the bearings, or do we need to order them? Let's get to work, and actually, the plan is to put it on the dyno and see how much power we get out of this beast. Black oil.
Overheated?
Overheated?
No, hermetically it shouldn't be black, no?
And what color should it be?
Amber!
And what now?
If everything is normal, nothing. There will be a flush and fresh oil, that's it.
And if it's a flush, then only Pulse Grand Touring. And the filter! Is there copper or not? If you don't have copper, you just sit on your ass. Dry as pepper.
He's dry as pepper and hasn't worked in ages. We'll likely cut him open, but it's clean. At first glance, yes.
Guys, give a sub. We're going for a record.
I'm strong-armed to bow.
Silnoreki. And hookah. Silicon. And what about the chain pumps?
On the spot.
Loose.
I've seen worse.
Standard, maybe a bit above average loose.
So what's a tensioner?
But for the tensioner, you need to put in the timing cover.
And to take it off.
You have to remove the variable Nockenwellen Steuerung just to take off that old gasket so you can get to those bolts that go along here. You have to disconnect the timing chain.
God damn it.
Drum roll, please.
Attention, are we ready for this? Attention, we're pulling back. Damn, sir! On arrival.
Scratch it with your nail and a mark will appear.
On arrival, sir. The dating layer is still there, so everything's fine. What else?
The bottom one, the worst, taking the first hit. You can't pull it out that way.
What won't I pull out? What won't I pull out, gentlemen?
All right.
Don't teach your father how to make a mother.
Sir! New little pants.
Sweet as honey.
So what's the decision? Do we tear it all down or leave it as it is? After long debates, we decided to modernize the oil pump drive and replace it, just to have peace of mind, because that's a common issue with the M54, especially at the rev limiter, and I'll be hitting the limiter, and the parts will only arrive on Monday. For now, we'll start dismantling the engine and some parts from my E36.
Good.
Przemek just pulled out the whole engine. You saw it. I was getting windows from LTK, and honestly, it's impressive, right? Listen, I already brought the little triangle window here. Done. I brought the second window. Done. And I want to start replacing the window, but what happens when I turn the crank? Done. And it's all because of that idiot. Yeah, because of him. I was heading to the buoy about 10 or 11 kilometers away, and I was freezing halfway there. And I didn't think that they might have rolled the window all the way down and just left it like that, you know? I came over and said that they broke 2 of my windows, and he said no, just 1. I said no, 2. He went, checked, rolled the handle up, and yeah, it was there. Then he rolled it back down, damn it, and I went and bought 2 windows, you know? What a story, right? That's impossible. Alright, see you later, guys. Another day, Saturday. Listen, there's good news and bad news, go ahead. The good news is that you don't have to remove the timing gear to get to the timing cover from the front to install the tensioner, but...
The bad news is we have to replace the timing gear since the guide is cracked.
It's actually great that we're changing the timing gear. And you guys should check out my Instagram because I show this kind of stuff live. And I'll post this to my story in a moment. Ski.
The water main also broke down.
The water pipe.
Yes, the water pipe.
We discussed this yesterday thanks to Grześko Konopocki. We know you don't need to remove the timing gear to take off its front cover. But he said order that pipe because it's definitely going to break.
You can see in the middle that something was already coming out here, right? Something was already here.
Something fell out.
Something was already falling apart here, right?
What can I do today? Is there anything I should do today?
All right, gloves on and start washing. Freshman, you're on dish duty.
I thought that since we have the lights removed, we could do a camera inspection of our cylinders to see what condition they're in. So my friends, we're going in with the camera. You can still see the honing?
Very nice. No, there's nothing to find or complain about here. No.
You can even see the honing.
No surprises.
There's red silicone. Good engine, and I'm going to push our dead car over here. The compote's been brought in, and I'm going to start dismantling the interior. Alright, I'm taking out the interior, and here Przemek locked me in. He called me because he's installing the oil pump drive, and look at how much play there is now. You saw it before, and now it's like this. This play causes the oil pump shaft to break because there's slack, a jerk when hitting the limiter, and it breaks. And now we're going to add this.
A tensioner from a turbocharged direct injection.
I've got a situation at home I need to run quickly to handle it, and tomorrow is Sunday. I'll leave you the GoPro just in case. Maybe Przemek will record something for you if I can't make it back. See you tomorrow.
It's Tuesday, 6 o'clock. I'm starting to assemble the engine timing now that all the parts have arrived. Unfortunately, the engine had to come off the stand because the flywheel was already taken to Adamat for repair. The flywheel from the M57 after the E90 Tashima has the same locking course, but it's wide enough that it would block access to the cart, so here we have it in this version. The engine can rotate without any problem. We already have the flywheel locked, the camshafts locked, the guides prepared, the gears cleaned, and the timing set on the M54. Another potentially interesting thing, but only potentially and only for people who are doing exactly what I'm doing right now, which is swapping an engine from an E60 to an E46. Besides the engine control unit, the mass airflow sensor, and the intake air temperature sensor, it differs. Also by this little detail that here there's a different water hose, there's a plug, where in the E46 there's one hose here that goes to the heater core, here it's plugged, and from the heater core it returns to the pump. That's how they look in the E46. Suction from the expansion tank to the water pump, and the outlet on the return from the hot water head to the heater, and return from the heater through the valve to the tank.
Alright, I've arrived at Boyka's place, and what's going on here in general? Hey!
Hi.
Oh, the engine is assembled.
Just enough for a test fit.
We sent the clutch to the company Adamat, where it will be lined with Kevlar, slightly reinforced, and the pressure plate will also be touched up so there will be no slipping. So we're putting it into this beautiful body. I can already see the wiring is fitted and connected, the power steering pump is in, the top is assembled, the engine is assembled, the timing is all done. You probably saw it already. I haven't, but it was probably in the video. In the meantime, Alan was supposed to weld in the seatbelt bracket inside. Guys, oh, the steering wheel is in, it fits beautifully. Click, everything here is ready for installing the shifter and the handbrake.
We'll need to bend it, so I need a couple of extra hands.
Alright, let's go in, guys. And look how it fits. What do we have hands for here, Przemek? They're all E36M52, right?
Yes.
And look, the mounts fit nicely in place and the 3-liter is in. But it's a cool project, right? A little swap. And what about the oil pan? No, the oil pan doesn't stick out. Alright guys, that's a positive situation. It's Wednesday evening. The engine has landed. It's in the body for the first time. First of all, man, that's the end of this episode. The next one is going to be intense. We'll assemble the car, the engine, head to the dyno, and see how much power this beast puts out. Secondly, huge thanks for making it this far. That means you're a super engaged viewer of mine, so leave a comment with the hashtag Tasiem until the end, and I'll pick 5 people to send Tasiem stickers to. In the meantime, once again, huge thanks you crazy folks, and take care until the next video. Ow!